last week, the number of cars stopped at roadblocks countrywide nearly doubled. Are people taking more chances as the lockdown drags on? Law enforcement is concerned about increasing non-compliance. And our reporter Khayelihle Khumalo is at a roadblock in Ebony Park in Tembisa, east of Johannesburg. Good evening to Kaya. Just tell us about the police operation and how it went today.
Well, certainly from the side of the police, they are hailing today's operation as an absolute success. From their side, there has been a number of arrests that have been carried out for the contravention of the regulations in relation to, of course, the lockdown. And once again, what has been a key message from the side of the police is that they want the citizens of South Africa to understand why the nation is under the lockdown, to understand the implications if you're loitering around in the streets, for example. So if they take into the custody, they want you to understand, for example, it's all about making sure that you comply with all these important regulations.
You've also spoken to residents. Are you getting a sense that ordinary South Africans are becoming impatient with the lockdown?
Well, it's very sad. You do get those who are very impatient, those who are saying that we want to walk around in the street, but also there's a bit of a lack of education around the very seriousness of COVID-19. For example, where we are, this is one of the areas that is considered as the hot spot, and we saw a number of people really milling around. But then, of course, others do have valid reasons. They were going to buy some essentials, which is, of course, something that is permissible. But then others, you'll find them just walking around without really a valid reason.
Do you think that it's been worsened, the non-compliance, Kaya, because it's Easter weekend? Have people been trying to gap it to go and see family in different areas around the province and beyond?
So, Sally, we have just been crisscrossing around so many areas around here in Gauteng. So you do go to certain areas where it's deserted, where people are really complying. But then you do go to some areas, for example, where we are. This is Ebony Park. So this is one of the areas where a lot of people, we are still standing here and the police are still around here, but some people are still walking around and they are not carrying any essential goods. They haven't been out and about and buying stuff at the pharmacies. So it goes to show that you still have a lot of challenges, a very enormous challenge for the police in terms of making sure that for the people to understand why we have a lockdown and just the seriousness of this particular virus.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was our reporter Khayelihle Khumalo coming to us live from Tembisa on the east of Johannesburg.